Guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. Lots to dive into and discuss in today's video regarding roster drama, regarding drama in the scene and people accusing each other of all kind of stuff, teams coming back and signing new organizations, ALGS LAN location rumors, and then also the dates of these LAN locations as well. A lot to dive into and discuss in this one. If you guys want to stay up to date with all things Apex Legends esports related, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you guys have not seen it already, of course, we are trying to up the production quality over here on the channel and go back to daily videos with some help that I've hired to get me back on track. So you guys should be able to keep a lot of ALGS news down your throat for the next couple of months. Well, honestly, forever, because we are going full force on this channel, and I hope you guys do appreciate it. So let's go ahead and start it off. First thing I wanted to make mention of was coming from the good old Adam. If you guys don't know Adam, he can be a big troll in the community, but former player for Chadamus Prime. And of course, Chadamus Prime was one of the better challenger circuit teams. And now he's kind of made it his mission to post drama, accuse people of cheating or whatever the case may be. And last night, there was a lot of rumors and people talking over the last couple of days about this women's team that was supposedly cheating in challengers and all this stuff. Insomnia. Well, turns out he decided to put it to Twitter of all the people that were talking behind their back, and one of them was Kim Chi Lee from Complexity, saying that B is cheating. And I asked my teammates, but I don't think they care either, or not around, but She-Ho is not legit. People were then, they were calling all these names out, all these other people that were involved, and Voltic from the tripods came up. A lot of people though that weren't even actually involved got spilled out here on Twitter, and it was a big troll. Like Zany came out as well, one of the former pro league coaches, saying the fact that you copy and pasted T1 names from Mav's DMs and sent them to me without doing your own research is insane. You want this image of being the devil and not caring and act like everything's a joke and coming out and saying that you don't want clout, but I told you countless times you are a joke. And he also once again said, Zany, I don't care, I just do it for fun. But the idea is that this could be really career ruining. But to just say that I'm a troll, I just do it for fun, whatever the case may be, I don't know, man. It's just a little bit weird to me. But nonetheless, there's this constant battle with Adam, it seems like, of is he clout chasing? Is he serious? Is he actually mean well? Or what the case is going on? Voltic came out and defended himself as well. And even Mav said, I don't know why you were included in those names, but Voltic was not really saying much of anything. But that's why I just say you got to be careful before you start posting stuff like this, because you just never know. But that is drama, and if you guys are not living on Twitter, then God bless your soul. Very jealous of you. But also, let's talk about some of these teams in Pro League and their current performances and some of the issues that are going down, but it looks like they're starting to recover. If you guys have not seen the issues going on with Team Disguised, with Timmy, Design, and Enemy, it was not looking good in the last couple of days, but it looks like maybe yesterday, the day before, maybe they're starting to climb back after about 3 days ago. They had a pretty bad incident. So first off, Dark Zero once again Disguised in third. This is the good news I was discussing, and Xset in first. Dark Zero has not placed out of the top three in a while. Again, yesterday it was I don't think Dark Zero was playing in this, and that's why they weren't in the top three. But Moist, Elevate, and Xset in the top three. Minus Tempo goes on again for March 6th. Space Station, Dark Zero, and EC back in the top three. And don't forget, EC just recently made their roster change. And if you guys don't remember, they dropped Void, picked up McLovin, then they won like their first Pro League day with McLovin as well. And then of course the next day they didn't fare so well, but I think EC has done a great job here with this roster change. And I love McLovin, obviously former Pro League player from Litecoin Esports. He's no stranger to the Pro League, and so I think he's a great addition to this roster. I think they're going to continue to surge into success here, and as they find more footing and more ground, I think EC is only going to get better, and they're a very underrated underdog type of team that I'm very excited to watch perform as well. And then of course a couple of days ago, again, they went like a double-headed Scrim, Xset and Dark Zero and TSM in the top as well. But you'll notice that you have some issues with Disguised right here in 13th place here, and then I believe the 10th place here. Unfortunate set of events during March 6 scrims. What was going on? Well, basically you had an issue, an incident where Design rage quit scrims, told his teammates that he was getting off, and he basically did just that. He did not finish scrims. It got into a heated argument during scrims, and everybody started to watch this clip, and they're like, Disguised is going to, like, they're going to fall apart if they don't figure this out. There's been a lot of meta changes going on, and a lot of teams are having to adapt to those, right? It's totally different from last season where everybody was running the same meta. It was so easy to kind of find your pacing because it's all like similar. Well, this season is a little bit different. You have a little bit more diversity in that meta, and a lot of teams are switching from Catalyst to Caustic, and Caustic is pretty much the meta now, and they're having issues finding their pacing, their positioning, and the meta that they want to run that's specifically going to be good for their team. Well, after this rage quit happened, after the scrims broke apart, and we thought, well, this is bad again, and I get it. Design right, they have their moments, they get into heated arguments, but a lot of times that's just the passion behind it and they get over it. And it looks like this was no different, but this was Hal's thought on what's the problem with Disguised and their issues right now. Roll the clip.
Well, one thing is, okay, so one thing is, I don't know, I might be wrong, but you guys have been trying, like, from what I understand is, like, it seems like you guys have been trying all these other things, right? That I'm guessing, like, you know, the Fuse Caustic Wraith thing has been your idea, right? And then you have, like, Catalyst. I don't know whose idea is Catalyst, but Catalyst just shouldn't even be tried. Like, that character is terrible. Like, why would you be playing Catalyst when Caustic is in the meta, especially considering it's World's Edge? Like, there's just no point. It is kind of fucked up for you guys in a way to, like, for him to allow you guys to kind of feel out what you guys want to try out. Like this, you know, like how you wanted to try out Wraith Caustic Fuse and all this other shit, right? And, like, the one time that he wants to change something, you guys just deny him, right? So it's like the same respect that maybe he gave you, like, maybe you should give him back, right? The same, like, you know, he let you guys play fucking Wraith Caustic, right? We already tried all of it before him. Oh, so you guys, okay, so you're talking about you already tried the Horizon Bang Blood before. Well, yeah, of course he's down to, like, try shit or whatever. So it's like, I don't know. Like, he allowed you guys to kind of try something that you have an idea of, or whoever on the team, like, you know, it's like, I don't know. At the same time, it's like, one, playing Calus is troll. Two, probably should have evac there, like you guys said, because you're more than likely going to get third-partied. Obviously, who knows where you're going to evac, but just where you're at is just obviously terrible because the zone is bad. In my eyes, I feel like Design's upset because he lets you guys try shit out, and then when he wants to try something out, he gets denied. So, like, I'd feel the same way, but obviously I don't know, like, everything else. Like you said that you tried it before or whatever, so I don't know. Well, Enemy is denying him. Well, you guys, like, enemy is saying no. Like, Enemy is literally saying no, and you and Bronzy are just sitting there, like, letting it shit happen.
So obviously Hal's perspective on this is that Design has done a lot of work and allowed them to kind of run their own meta, and unfortunately he's not getting that reciprocated in any way. So whenever he wants to try his own things, maybe they're not going for it as well, unfortunately. But they're saying that maybe they did, and I just think that maybe the communication has been the biggest issue. And we've seen Design go on his rants in the past and go off on his teammates as well, but obviously he states it is from a sense of passion, and so I completely understand. And it does look like they have a pattern of going through these stages and then bouncing back after the fact. And so if you guys have, like, not seen earlier in the video, of course Design has bounced back. Disguised has bounced back entirely with a 3rd place in scrims, a 4th place in scrims, and it looks like they're doing much better. And, you know, maybe sometimes this sort of stuff just simply happens. Also worth mentioning, last night we had the regional finals coming out of the APAC North region. If you guys did not watch this series already, we did get our champion Reject winning. Now Reject winning has been doing an insane job in Pro League for APAC North. If you take a look at the scorecard for the entire season so far of Split 1, you'll see Fnatic was 1st place, Reject Winning was 2nd place. So it's kind of already the top 2 teams, but going into that night, Reject Winning took the dub with the 3 teams on match point being Reject Winning, Crazy Raccoon, and Northception, and honestly a dominant performance from them as well. A lot of people are they're really thinking that this team's going to make it all the way, and going into Split 1 playoffs, they are one of the favorited teams, and that means that we now know which of these APAC North region teams are going to be going to the Split 1 playoffs, and that is as follows. So all these teams in the top 8 will be going into the Split 1 playoffs. Sadly, that means we're going to be saying farewell to Pulverex for this one. They're not going to make it, and these bottom 8 teams will not even be making it to Pro League next season, unfortunately. So I got to requalify getting back in. So really unfortunate stuff, but these top 8 teams are no surprise. I think we all kind of expected this. I really would just say we expected Pulverex to be involved in this as well. So it's kind of sad that they didn't make it in, especially with the roster changes that they had. But APAC South is going to be playing their regional finals tonight, so we'll get that information as well. Another situation where the top 8 here will make it back into the Split 1 playoffs that we'll see. And really good work on Dreamfire, by the way. You guys remember they started off really slow, and finally they've turned this thing around. Lightning Unicorn has kind of fell off quite a bit, so we'll see coming into regional finals tonight, which of their top 20 teams are going to be top 8 making it into that playoff. Then EMEA and the North American scene will have their regional finals going into the next week. So obviously a lot of Apex to still be played, and there's pretty much some locks already. So if you guys are unfamiliar with how this works, you'll have 8 teams from the EMEA, 8 teams from the APAC South, 8 teams from the APAC North, 12 teams from the North America regions, just because they've been gifted all these spots for doing so well at LAN. Then that leaves us 36 teams and 4 teams remaining. 2 of those, I believe, are coming from South America. So like your first place and second place, I believe, from South America. And then 2 teams from the Republic of China, I believe. So a lot of different, so like 2 caveats that you can get through without Pro League. Now, at the time of recording, we are on match 6 for South America regional finals. Only 1 game left. And by the time this video is uploaded, we probably already know the winner. But it looks like BR Demons are definitely going to be going to LAN because they're in first place with 97 points and they're on match point as well. Geared Gaming also on match point. So we've got a lot of teams down here in this, like 5 teams that are on match point, that if any of these win, obviously this tournament will end and we'll know the 2 teams that are going to make it to LAN. But I think the BR Demons with Vlado and Artini, which are former, I think, Singularity players as well, or at least Artini is. I know that these guys are more than likely going to have a very successful time and definitely make it into LAN, more than likely. So hopefully that goes well for them, and best of luck obviously as well. By the time this video is uploaded, we will know that result. Now, also in the news, if you guys did not see, really good news, an esports organization by the name of NAVI, which was at Apex at one point in time, and also just a big organization in general, has decided to return to ALGS and Apex Legends, specifically in the EMEA region, signing team OAH. This is Orglis in Hungary, and obviously I know a lot of people were expecting 07, and me personally, I was expecting 07 to get some type of organization representation pretty soon and for them to get signed. And for that to not happen, I was a little shocked, not gonna lie, but I'm not shocked at OAH getting the sign as well. This is Matafe, Kinda, and Tyler FPS, a really good squad, top 5 in the Pro League right now for EMEA, and also just in general, a very solid roster. And ever since the whole Vexed organization change, we knew that this team was going to be next up and getting a sign as well. So really good that that happened, and I'm hoping that this continues as ALGS grows and as Apex continues to grow, and we're in a better season right now as well, and hopefully teams like 07 will get involved there as well. Also wanted to mention the Challenger circuit for North America. If you guys did not see this, we had results the other day from Beer Goats actually taking the first place, and not many people expected this to happen because we were expecting LC or Tripods to do well. LC got second, Tripods got 9th place. And unfortunate, but you know, I really like the underdogs taking the win as well. So current top CC leaderboard right now, Beer Goat, CCE, and Casual Gaming with Tripods down in the 10th place position. Also, if you guys did not see, this was a big win. So Zach Conley, the league ops manager for ALGS, posted 2 days ago saying, "I've got one word for you: tomorrow." Now, that was supposed to be yesterday, and unfortunately, that never came. There was no announcement yesterday, and I had a video recorded and was ready to go. I was waiting all day for that announcement, and sadly it just never came. So I had to put this content into today's video to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what's going on. So firstly, there are 2 ideas of what this was discussing. It was either LAN locations or LAN dates, right? So now we are pretty sure where this is going, and I'm pretty sure this is going to announce LAN dates, but it might actually announce both. And at the time of recording, this information is not out, but at the time of watching, we've already made an article more than likely down in the description below and the comments. So if this information is already out and you're like, I'm watching an old video, doesn't have the info, check down below. If it is out, I will already have this article out for you down in the description below. But I do have some information for you. May 1st through May 4th is when we are anticipating split number 1 LAN to be happening. And I'm really excited about that because obviously that's not too far off. However, you also have LAN locations, and it takes us back to this article where many people had rumored straight from pros and also some sources that were involved in the ALGS scene that started to leak things out, that we were probably going to have a Paris LAN, a Tokyo LAN, or somewhere in Japan, and a North American LAN. So here's what I've heard. I don't know if it's actually going to come to fruition, but once again, we'll have the clarity later on today, more than likely. I've heard that Paris is more than likely happening, and I've heard that it could possibly be Sweden, if not Paris, but we know that an EU LAN seems to be happening. Japan LAN, I've heard, is the World Championship, and that split 1 more than likely would be Los Angeles. I've also heard it could be Austin, Texas, or maybe even Raleigh, North Carolina, but I'm pretty sure it will be Los Angeles. And once again, we should get that information later on today, but May 1st through May the 4th is going to be your split 1 playoffs, and that is the information more than likely I am anticipating for Zach Conley, the league ops manager, to release later on today. So check the description down below or the comments in order to see an article that was posted regarding this information once it comes out. I had to pre-record today's video because we have family coming over and a baby on the way that I've got to help my wife with. So like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all things going on in the Apex Legends esports world, or go to apexglobalseries.com, which is our website where we post daily articles as well. And until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators. I got to get a better outro.